Please listen carefully.
Hey, welcome to Tech News Advisory's first video blog. I thought I'd take the blogging in a new direction and give you the news via video. This is the 21st century. Anyway, I just got a couple of articles here that I thought were interesting and I wanted to share. The first one was about the CIA Director John Brennan. His AOL account was hacked. Additionally, so was Jer Johnson's. I think that's how you say his name. His email was hacked as well. He's the head of Homeland Security in the United States. Now, this hacker, I couldn't really tell. They were interviewed, and they told everyone that they were in their early 20s, enjoyed smoking pot. They named themselves the CWA. I can't tell you what that acronym means. I couldn't find it. And then described their hacking methods as low-tech. They then were asked how they did it. They just basically said that they already had a lot of the director's personal information, such as address, social security number, things like that, birthdays, and then went on to manipulate AOL to reset the account. So I'm assuming they just social engineered tech support, answered a few questions, and passed the security, the blocks I guess that they have. They said they were politically motivated to free Palestine because of the way the US government is funding the regimes in Iraq, Afghanistan, Iran, etc., etc. When asked about retribution, this actually shows their age quite a bit. They said that they would move to Russia and chill with Snowden. Then went on to say that the US government is probably not quite happy with them right now. Joked about being tortured and said, but I'm a good runner, so I'll get away. Yeah, it's actually what he said. I couldn't believe it when I read it myself. Again, they said, always looking for more exploits, and stated that everything's 100% vulnerable. But when I think about it, they were only social engineering. It's a form of hacking, and like they did say, it was low-tech, but yeah, we'll see how far these guys get. They believed what they did was an ethical form of protest, but no black hat hacking is ethical. Doesn't matter what story you put on top of it. And then just continued to boast how easy it was because they were high the entire time, and just ended the interview describing himself as a computer guy, not a terrorist, and a white boy. I don't know why I needed to add that, but anyway, the next story, which I applaud Tim Cook for, is about encrypted backdoors that the US officials wanted tech companies to plant, so they had access, doing forensic investigations, etc. But Tim Cook announced that he will not place these encrypted backdoors on his products, and like I said, it comes from pressure from government agencies wanting the keys. But the Obama administration said that they will not be making this legislation, and because of that, the government agencies are going to continue to persevere with getting these tech companies to add these encrypted backdoors. Now, the biggest issue with the encrypted backdoors is not only do we find the bad guys, it also leaves us very good guys at risk, because the bad guys are going to want to find these backdoors, and if every phone, every computer, every television, every baby monitor can get hacked, every webcam has a backdoor, they're going to find it. And the biggest thing about security is staying one step ahead of the hacker. So, yeah, I honestly don't think it's a very smart move to, purposely put a backdoor on any like any IP connected or network device. And then the NSA chief apparently said a cyber attack against critical infrastructure was only a matter of time. Agreed, but I don't think a phone or my laptop is critical infrastructure. So I'll leave that one up for you guys to debate. Now the next one is also interesting. It's about how malware on the dark web is becoming more popular. If you're not sure, the dark web has become infamous pretty much because it was the home of the former Silk Road, where you could buy anything from guns to hitmen to drugs to there was anything and everything. The anonymity of the service, like Tor, is becoming popular for cyber criminals and the infrastructure of malware. This is because the dark web and Tor, well, the Tor service, again, is anonymous, and it makes it a lot harder for authorities to track. Now, the most popular one on the dark web at the moment is called Skynet. It's used for DDoS, or if you're not sure, distributed denial of service, to mine bitcoins. So they would have this malware installed on computers, and using everyone else's computer, use the CPU, graphics card, the processing power basically, to mine bitcoins for themselves. And the command and control servers are also based on Tor. So this is where, like, it's the main hub where you can control your entire botnet of malware and make it do what you want, basically. Again, the dark web hides the physical location, making it harder to track. Skynet command and control servers apparently increased dramatically in September this year. And today's malware is becoming more network reliant, which is again why the dark web or the Tor service is becoming more popular. Though Skynet isn't the only one, there are some other variants such as Vol.1. It steals financial information. It can be even hidden inside a legitimate looking picture on the website, and then once you visit that site, it has scripts and things and installs it on your PC or Mac or whatever. There's another one, Neon Spy. It's not as technical, but it'll reroute traffic through the Tor service and effectively create a man-in-the-middle attack where they can steal keystrokes, watch your screen, things like that. But these malware attacks aren't just limited to the dark web. You're also vulnerable even if you've never been on there. So I think the evolution of malware is, it's gonna be on the dark web. Those guys love it. And the last one today is my personal favorite. It's about passwords. I always bag on about passwords and how people don't take enough effort in creating a tough one, but apparently some researchers from the University of Southern California have come up with a great idea on how to make a strong password that you can remember but is hard for a computer to crack. Now, before I get into the details, I'll tell you why passwords are so important. One, they're usually the only barrier that most people have against your email, your banking, if you game, Steam accounts. there's a lot of money put into these things, and hackers love to take them. Now, you'll probably all remember the Ashley Madison hack that happened. Now, there was a lot of data that came out of that, and some of the biggest things was the terrible passwords a lot of people use. So I grabbed a few statistics, just of the most interesting ones. Lowercase only, almost 5 million people used lowercase only passwords. Lowercase plus a number, we had about 4.5 million. And then lowercase, uppercase plus a number, we then dropped dramatically down to 400,000. And then what you should all be doing is lowercase, uppercase numbers and special characters. So that's like exclamation mark, the @ symbol, star, bracket, and ampersand, things like that. There was only 92,000 people. That's not a lot of people. Anyway, these researchers, they made this algorithm that creates a PDF that generates passwords, and the key to it is poetry. So apparently the rhyming pattern helped people remember the passwords, but at the same time it was a lot harder for the computer to crack it for some reason. Now, with passwords, you might have seen recently, Yahoo has actually revamped their whole service and completely gotten rid of the password. I'm not sure what they would have replaced it with. I haven't looked into it. Could be two-factor authentication. They could even be using something like these puppies. These are YubiKeys. I love them. And to all those people out there trying to hack my website, you need this. I'm sick of getting emails. You need this. So yeah, if you're reading this, just stop. That's why I use it. Use something physical I have. You could find my password, but you're still going to need that. And probably my phone, because it's two-factor. If you're not sure what those things are, look them up. Get them on your password. Get them on your Facebook, your Gmail, your Outlook, whatever. Start activating it on everything. And use a password manager if you don't want to do the poetry. But if you do, I'll add the link into the description and you can get started. But we might not have to worry about passwords for too much longer. Bill Gates in 2004 speculated that we could be near the end, which is the point I was getting to with Yahoo. So anyway, you might not have to worry about this for much longer. Anyway, if you've stuck around to the end, thank you for hanging in there. If you guys enjoyed it, I will do more, a couple of days a week, maybe once a week. But anyway, ciao, see you later.